What's going on, everybody? Duckman Dan here. We're going to go ahead and take Necros in with the Telos Boltor on just the alert here that came up for a Telarium. So that way maybe we can get one step closer to getting the Nux finished off in the dojo, the clan. Yeah, the requirements, we're still looking at the Telarium and Cryotic. We're getting close, but I don't know. I think DE really has to readjust some of these things because they just went overboard on the requirements for the Nux, in my opinion. Even with 200 and something guys in the clan, it's still trying to get through that. But nonetheless, we're here talking about the Telos Boltor, and I'm just playing with Necros a bit. I put a Exilus slot on him. I'm going to rework him probably here shortly, just so I can rework him because I think he needs a rework, in my opinion, for me. But so let's just quickly talk about this while you just watch a little bit of this stuff in the background. Of course, I know taking the Boltor on an infestation mission. It's not high level, but it doesn't matter because, you know, once again, it's not supposed to be able to go against that because it doesn't have slash damage, and, you know, infestation slash damage, blah 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 blah, all that good crap. Anyway, let's quickly just go through some comparisons here where I think this weapon is mastery rank. It's a mastery rank 12 weapon, of course. So I'm going to show on the comparisons here. So the Telos Boltor versus the Boltor. I know this is probably a little bit hard to read there because I don't have the Boltor anymore. Ranked it up, got rid of it. But of course, it does have, the Telos Boltor has higher puncture, higher impact, no slash, where the Boltor does have slash. Okay, but it does have a slightly higher status chance. Reload's a bit lower, nice. Magazine size is a nice 90 versus 60, which makes a huge difference. Fire rate's faster. Critical multiplier is slightly higher, but there's no real need for critical on this weapon at all. It just doesn't work. The same 25% accuracy. Now, so we know it's a definite upgrade from the regular Boltor. Comparing it to the Boltor Prime, we see that the Prime is slightly higher in damage, slightly higher in status, lower in magazine capacity. Big thing right there, lower in magazine capacity. Slightly lower fire rate, but the Boltor Prime has a better accuracy, so handling something like heavy caliber is a little bit easier on the Boltor Prime than it is on the Telos Boltor, but that's okay because it still works great on the Telos Boltor. And the shining point of the Telos is, of course, the magazine size, the 90 magazine size, plus the fact that it has the truth effect from the Arbiters of Hexus, which, you know, in my opinion, is probably what really makes it shine, and almost makes it feel like, right off the top of my head, that it's a better weapon than the Prime version, just for those two things, the better magazine capacity and the truth effect. So, as I didn't say it in my past videos, this time the truth effect from the Arbiters of Hexus actually releases the gas damage on the proc. It deals 1,000 gas damage, applying a status effect to the enemies in range. It also restores 25% of the player's max health. Okay, and it will boost. This is a slight difference from what it used to be. It will now boost all 3 of the parkour maneuvers once it's hit. So wall latch and aim glide durations will be longer, as well as the bullet jump velocity by about 25%, which is kind of cool. And in my opinion, having that as an innate, that truth effect, really makes a big difference in how you play it, because now you've got the gas, you've got these extra parkour maneuvers, which are going to be a little bit increased automatically on top of it. So if you don't have the Boltor Prime, the Telos Boltor is definitely one to get your hands on. Of course, it's mastery rank 12, so there is that. And of course, you have to be with the Syndicate, or you have to go on the trading market and trade to get the weapon, just as FYI. So I still have a lot to go on this weapon. I don't know, honestly, for me, if I'm going to put in the extra amounts of format and stuff that are required, because to me, it's just another Boltor. I do, if I were to pick at this point out of the three, I would actually take the Telos Boltor over the Boltor Prime because I like the extra magazine capacity. Adding a wildfire to it adds another 18 in the clip, so it gives me 108 magazine capacity. And the fire rate to me works just well. It's not too fast, not too slow. So there's a lot of advantages, a lot of disadvantages. I know I'll get a lot of flack. Oh, what do you mean? It's not the Boltor Prime is so much better. Honestly, it's not at this point, because the Boltor Prime doesn't have the innate truth effect. The Boltor Prime doesn't have the extra magazine capacity. Sure, it has a better accuracy, but when you look at the raw damage statistic, it's really not that much better now. So, you see what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm not saying that it's not technically on paper a better weapon than the Boltor Prime, but we have some better features in the Syndicate mod, which actually enhance it a little bit more, in my opinion. Anyway, so, just so you can see, I'll have somewhere at some point, I don't know. It is what it is, right? Anyway, so it's a good weapon. It's a solid weapon. It's a great upgrade. And in either case, it's a great upgrade. But for me, I'm not huge on playing the Boltors anymore. I think they're... How do I put this that I don't piss off everybody? Well, honestly, I don't care if I piss people off. I think it's just a crappy weapon at this point. It's boring. It's a lazy man's weapon. That's what it is. And I know I just probably got about 50 dislikes right from that. Yeah, it's a lazy man's weapon. It's like the Synoid Gamma Core. It's a lazy man's weapon. Sure, it's powerful, but it's boring. And, well, you know what I'm saying? It's boring. So, it does require a few extra former if you really want to max it out. Will I ever max it? Probably not. It's just me. So, next up I'll be on over to that Vacor Heck. That'll be something that I'll be spending some time on, obviously. Since my regular Heck is a 5 Forma, the Vacor will probably get some Forma into it. I just haven't gotten to doing a lot of Forma. Real busy at work and all, but... and then we'll finally take on that other weapon, the Simulor. So we'll see how that goes in future videos. But if you have any comments or questions, please do feel free to leave them below, as always. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next episodes. Until then, see you soon.